Hello everyone. Today we are going to continue exercise 13.3 problems based on Bayes theorem. Problem number 9. Two groups are competing for the position on the board of directors of a corporation. The probabilities that the first and the second groups will win are 0.6 and 0.4 respectively. Further, if first group wins, the probability of introducing a new product is 0.7 and the corresponding probability is 0.3 if the second group wins. Find the probability that new product introduced by the second group. So here how many groups are there? Total 2 groups. That's why there are 2 events. First E1 and E2. What is E1 denotes? First and second group will win. Event of E1 denotes, let E1 denotes event of first group will win. First group will win. E2 denotes event of second group will win. So what is the probability of first group will win is 0.6 and probability of second group will win is 0.4 respectively. Further, if first group wins, the probability of introducing a new product is 0.7 and the corresponding probability is 0.3. Next, here if you observe these 2 events, they both were mutually exclusive. E1 and E2 are mutually exclusive events, mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. Exhaustive events. So first group event E1 is first group win, E2 is event of second group win. So there is no relation between first group and second group. Therefore E1 intersection E2 is 5, and if you add these 2 groups, again it is equal to sample space. Therefore they are mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. Next, let E. What is event E? Corresponding probabilities. If the second group will win, find the probability a new product introduced by the second group introducing a new product. E be the event of introducing a new product. Introducing a new product. Then what is P of E given E1? What is P of E given E1 means probability of event of introducing a new product given that event of first group will win. So how much probability of introducing new product is 0.7. Similarly, P of E given E2. What is the meaning of P of E given E2? Probability of event of introducing a new product given that if second group wins. So what is the value of the probability? 0.3. Next, find the probability that new product introduced by the second group. Find the probability P of that new product introduced by second group. New product introduced by second group means E2 given E. E2 given E is equal to P of E2 into P of E given E2 by P of E1 into P of E given E1 plus P of E2 into P of E given E2 is equal to, what is P of E2? 0.4 into, what is P of E given E2? P of E given E2 is 0.3 by P of E1. P of E1 is 0.6 into P of E given E1 is 0.7 plus P of E2 is 0.4 into P of E given E2 is 0.3. Next, P of E2 given E is equal to is equal to 0.3 into 0.4, 0.12 by 0.42 plus 0.12. So P of E2 given E is equal to 0.12 by 0.54. P of E2 given E is equal to 12 by 54. 12 by 54. 2 6 are 2, 27, 2 3 are 3 2 are 3 9 are. So P of E2 given E is equal to 2 by 9 is the answer for this problem. Next problem, problem number 10. Suppose a girl throws a die. If she gets 5 or 6, she tosses a coin 3 times and notes the number of heads. She is throwing a die. Girl throws a die. Die means how many outputs will come? Either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total number of sample points are 6. If she gets 5 or 6, she tosses a coin 3 times. Coin, she will toss 3 times. Next, and notes the number of heads. Next, if she gets 1, 2, 3, 4. If she gets 1, 2, 3, 4, she tosses a coin once. She will toss a coin only once. Whether a head or tail is obtained. If she obtained exactly one head, what is the probability that she threw 1, 2, 3 or 4 with the die? Here two events are there, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 when a die is thrown by a girl. Next, that's why we need to take two events. Let E1, E2. What is E1? Event of getting 5 or 6. 5 or 6. E2 is event of getting 1, 2, 3 or 4 when a die is thrown. Next, what is P of E1? Probability of getting 5 or 6 means either 5 or 6. 2 out of 6 sample points. So 2 sample points chances are there. That means 1 by 3. 2 by 6 means 1 by 3. What is P of E2? Probability of event of getting 1, 2, 3, 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4 is 4 by 6. How many sample points are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here only 2 sample points are there. 5 or 6. That's why 2 by 6. This is 4 by 6. 2 by 3. Next, what is event E? If she gets 1, 2, 3, 4, she tosses a coin once and notes the head or tail she is obtained. If she obtained exactly one head, that means given that. If means nothing but given that she obtained exactly one head. Event of getting exactly one head. That means P of E given E1 is how much? Probability of, what is the meaning of it? Probability of event of getting exactly one head given that this is a given symbol, given that E1. What is E1? Event of getting 5 or 6. Therefore P of E given E1 is equal to probability of getting exactly one head given that the event of getting 5 or 6. If 5 or 6 comes, what girl is doing? She is tossing a coin 3 times. Then number of sample points when a coin is tossed 3 times, number of sample points are 8. Triple H, double HT, HTH, THH, HTT, THT, TTH and triple T. So like that 8 outcomes will come. So out of that Probability of getting exactly one head means 3 sample points will come. HTT, here we have only one head. THT, THT, similarly HTTH. So how many sample points will come? 3 sample points will come. Probability of event of getting exactly one head when given that girl is getting 5 or 6. Getting 5 or 6 means 3 by 8. 3 by 8 out of total sample points. Here this three sample point denotes getting exactly one head. Similarly, what is P of E given E2? Probability of event of getting exactly one head given that event of getting 1, 2, 3 or 4. So P of E given E2 is equal to probability of getting exactly one head when die shows 1, 2, 3, 4. When die shows 1, 2, 3, 4, girl is tossing a coin how many times? Only one time. Then what is the probability of getting only one head? When you toss a coin only one time, then probability of getting one head is 1 by 2. Out of 2 sample points, only one chance is there. Now what we have to find? P of probability of she threw 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 means event E2. Probability of E2 given that she obtained exactly one head. P of E2 given E is how much? So what is the formula for this? P of E2 into P of E given E2 by P of E1 into P of E given E2 plus P of E2 into P of E given E2. So P of E2 given E is equal to P of E2. What is P of E2 value? 2 by 3. 2 by 3 into what is P of E given E2? E given E2 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 by P of E1. P of E1 is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 into P of E given E2. E given E2 is 1 by 2. Here this is P of E given E1. What is P of E given E1? P of E given E1 value is 3 by 8. This is 3 by 8 plus P of E2. P of E2 is 2 by 3. 2 by 3 into P of E given E2 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2. So 2 gets cancelled. Here 3 gets cancelled. Here 2 gets cancelled. So P of E2 given E is equal to 1 by 3 by 1 by 8 plus 1 by 3. 1 by 3 by LCM is 24. 3 plus 8. 24. 8 times. So 1 by 1 into 8 by 11. So final answer is 8 by 11. Next problem. A manufacturer has 3 machine operators A, B and C. The first operator A produces 1% defective items, whereas the other 2 operators B and C produce 5% and 7% defective items respectively. A is on the job for 50% of the time, B is on the job for 30% of time and C is in the job for 20% of the time. A defective item is produced. What is the probability that it was produced by A? So here total how many missions are there? 3 missions are there. So that's why we need to take 3 events. Let E1, E2, E3. E1 denotes event of item produced by mission A. Next, E2 is event of item produced by mission B. Next, event of item produced by mission C. Next, what is P of E1? Probability of event of item produced by mission A means here A is on the job for 50% of the time, B is on the job for 30% of the time. That means 50% items produced by mission A, 30% items produced by mission B and 20% items produced by mission C. Therefore, P of E1 is 50%. That means 50 by 100. 1 by 2. 1 by 2. Second, probability of event of item produced by mission B. So, mission B is 30%. 30% means 30 by 100. 3 by 10. Next, event of item produced by probability E3. Probability of event of items produced by mission C is 20%. 20% means 20 by 100. That means 1 by 5. Next, what is event E? Here E1, E2, E3 are mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. Item produced by mission A, item produced by mission B, item produced by mission C, both are different missions. So therefore they are mutually exclusive events, and if you add all the events, then it is equal to sample space. That's why they are mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. Next, event E. What is event E? A defective item is produced. Given that a defective item is produced, so that's why E is event of defective item is produced. Defective item is produced. Then what is P of E given E1? Probability of event of defective item is produced given that item produced by mission A. So how many defective items mission A is producing? Operator A produces 1%. That means 1% means 1 by 100. Next, P of E given E2. Probability of P for probability. Probability of event of defective item produced given that event of item produced by mission B. Mission B. So how many items, defective items produced by mission B means 5%. 5% means 5 by 100. Next, P of E given E3 is equal to, by mission C is 7%. 7% means 7 by 100. Then what to find finally? P of probability of produced by A. Produced by A means E1. E1 given E is equal to P of E into P of E given E1. This is E1. P of E1 into P of E given E1 by P of E1 into P of E given E1 plus P of E2 into P of E given E2 plus P of E3 into P of E given E3 is equal to what is P of E1? P of E1 value is 1 by 2 into P of E given E1 is 1 by 100 by 1 by 2 into 1 by 100 plus P of E2 is 3 by 10. 3 by 10 into P of E given E2. P of E given E2 is 5 by 100. 5 by 100 plus P of E3. P of E3 is 1 by 5. 1 by 5 into P of E given E3 is 7 by 100. 7 by 100. Therefore, P of E1 given E1, P of E1 given E is equal to 1 by 200, 1 by 200 by 1 by 200 plus 15 by 1000 plus 7 by 500, 7 by 500. P of E1 given E is equal to 1 by 200 by LCM is 1000. 5 plus 15 plus 3 times, 2 times 2, 17 and 14. So P of E1 given E is equal to 1 by 200 into here what we will get 5000 by 520 34 we will get 34. So 2 0 0 gets cancelled. 2 5 are 5 by 34 is the answer for this problem. Problem: a card from a pack of 52 cards is lost. From the remaining cards of the pack, 2 cards are drawn and are found to be both diamonds. Find the probability last card is a diamond. Here there are two events. Last card is diamond card and remaining cards are 39. So that's why we need to take two events. Let E1, E2. What is E1? Event of a card, a last card. Event of a last card. Last card is diamond. Next, event of a last card is not a diamond card. Is not a diamond card. Two events I am taking. So what is the probability of event of last card is a diamond card? So total how many diamond cards are there in a pack of cards? 13. 13 by 13 C1 by 52 C1. That means 13 by 52. That means 1 by 4. Next, probability of event of last card is not a diamond card. Not a diamond card means remaining cards are 39. 39 by 52. Actually it is 39 C1 by 52 C1. That means nothing but both are same. 3s are 4s are 3 by 4. Two events I am taking. Next, E. What is event E? From the remaining cards of the pack, 2 cards are drawn and found to be both diamonds. Let E be the, here if you observe these two events, these two events are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. Exclusive means this is last card is diamond card, event E1. Next, this is last card is not a diamond card. That means there is no relation between E1 and E2. Therefore, their intersection is null set. Therefore, intersection part null set means E1 and E2 are mutually exclusive. Next, if you add E1 and E2, E1 plus E2, how much you will get? 52. Again, it is equal to sample space. Therefore, E1 and E2 are mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. Next, what is event E? Event E is event of, from the remaining cards, the pack of 2 cards are drawn. Event of 2 cards are drawn. 2 cards are drawn, found to be diamonds. Next, what is P of E given E1? P of E given E1. Probability of event of 2 cards drawn are found to be diamond cards, given that the last card is a diamond card. If out of 13 card, if my last card is diamond card, means still how many cards are there in a pack of cards? 51 cards are there. Out of 15 cards, last card is diamond card, means 12 cards only, or 12 cards remains in a pack of cards. That's why it is 12C1 by 12C2 by 51C2. Out of pack of 52 cards, last card I am taking it as diamond card. So if I lost one diamond card, still how many diamond cards are there? 12. Out of 12 I am drawing 2 cards. Drawing means selecting. Selecting means combination. That's why 12C2. Out of, if a last card is diamond card, means still how many cards are there in a pack of cards? 51 only. So that's why it is 51C2. 12 into 11 by 1 into 2 by 51 into 50 by 1 into 2. 1 into 2, 1 into 2 gets cancelled. 12 into 11 by 51 into 50. Next, what is P of E given E2? Probability of event of 2 cards are drawn found to be diamond cards, given that last card is not a diamond card. If the last card is not a diamond card means still how many diamond cards are there in a pack of cards? 13 diamond cards are there, because here we are taking last card is not a diamond card. So that's why 13. Out of 13 you are drawing how many cards? 2. Drawing means selection. Selection means combination. So 13 C2 by, so 51 C2. 13 into, this is 13 into 12 by 1 into 2, 13 C2 value. Here 51 into 50 by 1 into 2. Both gets cancelled. 13 into 12 by 51 into 50. Therefore, what to find finally? Probability P of last card is a diamond card. Last card is a diamond card means E1. E1 given E is how much? P of E1 into P of E given E1 by P of E1 into P of E given E1 plus P of E2 into P of E given E2. So P of E1 given E is equal to, what is P of E1 value? P of E1 is 1 by 4 into P of E given E1 is 12 into 11 by 51 into 50 by 1 by 4 into 12 into 11 by 51 into 50 into 50 plus next P of E2. P of E2 is 3 by 4 into 13 into 12 by 51 into 50. So simplify this, then you will get the answer for this problem. Next problem. Probability that A speaks truth is 4 by 5. A coin is tossed. A reports that a head appeared. The probability that actually there was a head. So here what is given? Probability that A speaks truth. So there are two events. One is truth. Second one is A speaks truth is one event and A speaks false is another event. That's why I am taking two events. Let E1 be the event of A speaks truth. E2 is event of A speaks false. A speaks false. Then what is P of E1? Probability of event of A speaks truth is 4 by 5. So out of 5 times he is speaking truth 4 times. Similarly, what is P of E2? Event of A speaks false. Out of 5 times he is speaking truth 4 times means 1 time he will speak false out of 5 times. So this is E2. P of E2. Next. A coin is tossed. A reports that a head appears. A reports that a head appears. Let E be the event of that event of A reports that a head appears. Now take P of E given E1. Probability of event of A reports that a head appears, given that event of A speaks truth. Given that A speaks truth is 1 by 2. Similarly, P of E given E2. E given E2 is probability of event of A reports that a head appears, event of that A it is false, because after a coin is tossed, so out of 2 times per head 1 chance is there. So that's why for saying truth is 1 by 2. That means for saying false also 1 by 2. If it is not head, then for that also chance is 1 by 2. Then what to find finally? Probability that actually there was a head. Means A speaks truth. E1 given E is how much? So P of E1 into P of E given E1 by P of E1 into P of E given E1 plus P of E2 into P of E1 E given E2 is equal to P of E1. What is P of E1 value? 4 by 5 into 1 by 5 by 4 by 5 into 1 by 5 plus P of E2 is 1 by, sorry, this is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, 1 by 5 into 1 by 2. 4 by 10 by 4 by 10 plus 1 by 10. 4 by 10 by LCM is 10. 4 plus 1. Both gets cancelled. Answer is 4 by 5. 4 by 5 means option A is correct. Problem. If A and B are two events such that A is subset of B, given A is subset of B. If A is subset of B, then A intersection B is equal to A. A intersection B is equal to A. Suppose if you take A is equal to 1 comma 2, B is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3. Then what is A intersection B is equal to? A intersection B is equal to how much? 1 comma 2. So A intersection B is nothing but A, correct? What is A? Set A is 1 comma 2. Here A is subset. See, whatever the elements are there in the set B, same elements are there in the set A. See, that's why A is called subset of B. A is subset of B. Then A intersection B is how much? A. That's why I am taking A intersection B is equal to A. Apply probability on both sides. P of A intersection B is equal to P of A. P of A intersection B is equal to P of A. Next, if you observe every option, P of A given B equal to P of A given B, P of A given B. Three options are given. So if three options I am taking, that's why left hand side I am taking P of A given B. P of A given B formula is P of A intersection B by P of B. P of A intersection B value is P of A intersection B by, sorry, P of A given B is equal to P of A intersection B by P of B. What is P of A intersection B value? P of A by P of B. Every probability value lies between 0 and 1. So denominator value lies between 0 and 1. Suppose let us assume P of B value is 0.2 or 0.1 or something, 0.2 you take. Then P of A given B is equal to P of A by, I am just taking as an example P of B value 0.2. If you take 0.2, then how much we will get? 10 into P of A by 2. Correct? 5 times of P of A. 5 times of P of A. That means this value is 5 times more to the P of A, correct? 5 times more of P of A. P of A given B is A given B is greater than or equal to P of A. More than 5 times this is equal. If I take 0.2, we can take any example because P of B value, probability value, every probability value lies between 0 and 1. So option C is correct.